It is so rare that you get an aria that sounds quite like this, that it has this sort of coloratura at this kind of pace. And second of all, it's just an absolute gem of music. It's perfection, and it's not too long, it's not too short. It really sums up what you want, like the feeling that you envision. It's like Verdi put it to paper. It's really incredible. It's just a perfect little morsel. My name is Sharleen Joynt, and I am playing Gilda. Gilda is Rigoletto's daughter, and she's very good-natured, but I think also very frustrated. She's been very sheltered her whole life, and I feel like when the opera happens is when everything's coming to a head, because she's like 16. It's sort of this coming-of-age story. She's starting to discover herself and her sexuality, and she wants so badly to know more about her history. Like, she doesn't even know anything about her mother, or to be able to meet other people, and she's just not allowed to do anything. And so she has a lot of love for her father, but there's also a lot of frustration, I think, underlying everything. So leading up to this aria, she's just had a beautiful duet with the Duke, not knowing it's the Duke. He has snuck his way into the house, which is kind of creepy. But it's opera, and she's already been sort of making eyes at him a lot at church, and she has a crush on him. And so after the fear subsides, they have this really intimate and sweet moment where she's like, okay, I'm good, I'm in love. She finally gets his name right before he takes off, and that's when it leads into the aria where she's like, his name, that's it. She's like clinging on to that. Caro nome means dear name, and at this point in the opera, she has just been told who she believes is her love, this poor student. She's just been told his name, Gualtier, and she's like, his name, it's the first name to ever make my heart race, and it's just it's a very girlish, in my mind, it's like the opera version of writing your crush's name in your textbook and like putting hearts around it, or these sort of things that are just, in retrospect, a little embarrassing, but that's really how she sees it. She's like, I'm gonna marry this guy, he's my dream guy. And it really has that youthfulness to it of her thinking, this is it, I'm good, I met him. It has to have youthfulness to it. It has to feel young because it's really crucial. Like, you just don't picture a 30-year-old woman or a 40-year-old woman having these sorts of feelings, like just about having his name, that sort of excitement that you have. It has to be the first time, and it really is like a moment in time. I imagine it has to feel sort of just like a girl like spinning with like a skirt. She's just by herself, like humming almost, singing in the shower, that kind of feeling. That's what I try for anyway. I feel like when the audiences listen to this aria, they should listen for that sort of breathlessness you imagine of a girl at that age singing about what she's singing about. And it's even written in the music. Like there are a lot of rests and pauses, but it should feel sort of like the phrase almost never really gets there. Do you know what I mean? It's constantly stopped by her own excitement, her own fervor. And I feel like that's the main takeaway that the audiences should have anyway.